So a while ago, I asked for some questions, and you gave me some, and I'm gonna answer them because I have nothing else planned for this week. So here we go. Alonzi, will I do a Let's Play for Epic Mickey Rebrushed once it releases? I need to get a HDMI capture card first so I can record gameplay off of my Switch, so that'd be the only thing stopping me. I don't know if I'd put my entire playthrough on YouTube though, since my one and only Epic Mickey gameplay video didn't perform particularly well. If I were to record it, I'd probably edit it down so it's not as long. If you could change one thing about the original Epic Mickey, what would it be? So there are the obvious answers, like making it so it's not just on the Wii and getting rid of the horrible camera and HD graphics. But aside from that, I don't think as much that I would change. Epic Mickey is a great game, and I like it exactly how it is. Minus the horrible camera and the 480p graphics, that is. You know, I might put a boss fight in Mickey Junk Mountain. There was going to be an Oswald fight where he'd be in the Yeti mech outfit, and then you have to take him down, and then I assume the game would be pretty much the same from then on. And I think if that were added back in, that'd be great. Do I ever plan to cover other Mickey-related media or animation stuff? Or are you just gonna leave the other Mickey stuff for me, lol? Believe it or not, that was the original plan before Rebrushed was announced. If you look at the first video in these Videos Till Epic Mickey Rebrushed video series, it's actually talking about lots of different versions of Mickey in the horror genre. I was just gonna make videos about whatever I wanted to for an undefined amount of time, but I was so hyped about Rebrushed that I decided to make my whole channel about it. After Rebrushed comes out, I'll probably talk about a wider variety of Mickey media. Hopefully I won't step on your turf too much. Also, hi Mickey Mouse fan, I love you Mickey shorts. We should collab sometime. That was a joke. Mostly. What would your opinion be if they stuck with the original concepts for Epic Mickey? When you say original concepts, I assume you mean things like the scrapper and hero designs for Mickey and Oswald being a villain, which were scrapped from the first game, not the overly dark art that wasn't ever considered for the final game. In my opinion, I would have loved to see Mickey change depending on how he changed the world around him, and it's kinda disappointing to see that Disney wouldn't allow something as simple as a palette swap. It also would have been cool to see him become more animalistic as he used more thinner, and watch everyone be concerned or disgusted by Mickey's appearance. As for Oswald as a villain, this was one I disagree with Warren's original vision on this. I get that he'd be a bit angry at Mickey for stealing his spotlight, but to make him an all-out villain allied with the Mad Doctor and the Blot would just be a bit too much to believe. It would have completely ruined his likability, especially since Epic Mickey was his main introduction in the modern world. I like him as an anti-hero much better. I hope I answered your question well enough. I know there were a ton of scrap concepts and stuff, so if you wanted me to talk about something else, tell me in the comments and I'll reply with my thoughts. What are your hopes for any new content that will be added into Rebrushed? The ultimate dream for Rebrushed would be for new or originally scrapped levels like Wonderland to be reinstated into Rebrushed, since it'd be great to see how the original team had planned to implement these worlds into Wasteland. But unless they're keeping it secret, I don't think that's gonna happen. Other than the scrapped levels, however, it'd be great to see more costumes added as in-game purchases, like they are in Epic Mickey 2. Other than that, I'm pretty content. I don't need much to enjoy a game. What would be my ideal Epic Mickey 3? Like I said, I don't need much to enjoy a game, so I wouldn't need much to enjoy Epic Mickey 3. I'd like it to be at least as long as the first Epic Mickey, with the story as gripping as the first one. I'd like them to explore more forgotten characters, since not a ton were added into Epic Mickey 2 compared to Epic Mickey. The first that comes to mind would immediately be Julius the Cat from the Alice comedies. You could see a story like Oswald's in the first game, with Julius salty about being forgotten by the Wastelanders. But maybe it'd be a bit too similar to the first games, I don't know. I'd like to see the scrap bits of Epic Mickey 2 to be implemented into a third game, and maybe even Wonderland will finally get a chance to be shown. As for gameplay, if multiplayer were in the third game, I'd like to be able to switch between Mickey and Oswald as player 1, and more uses for the sketches. As for the story in a potential Epic Mickey 3, aside from the Julius thing I said earlier, I don't really have much that I'd need for a story. The villains could still be the Pete's. I don't know how well that would work if they just jumped straight to 3, since a lot of people would have just played Rebrushed. Or they could introduce a brand new villain, I wouldn't really mind either. What's my favourite soundtrack of the Epic Mickey series, and who would I want to meet? My favourite song from Epic Mickey would probably be Through the Mirror. Or maybe Trolley Troubles. Or maybe Mickey and Oswald's themes. The game has a ton of great songs, it's hard to pick just one. As for who'd I like to meet, I'd like to meet many people inside and outside of Epic Mickey. As for the people associated with Epic Mickey I'd like to meet, The big name would be Warren Spector, like pretty much any Epic Mickey fan. I'd also like to meet the voice actor for Mickey, Brett Iwan. Honestly, meeting just about anyone who worked on Epic Mickey would be the dream. I'd love to have an insight on my favourite video game series. As for people outside of Epic Mickey, I'd also like to meet some people who worked on Doctor Who, which is my personal favourite TV series. There are a couple of people that I'd like to meet that are no longer with us. The big names are Walt Disney and Ub Iwerks, who were gone long before I got here. Another person from Doctor Who is William Russell, who played one of the original companions, who passed away this year. The list is much longer, but I don't want this video to be 4 hours long. Where do I see myself in a year from now? That's a difficult question. In terms of YouTube, the weekly Epic Mickey videos will be over, and the channel will be getting less uploads, but hopefully I'll still be around. I also hopefully will have hit 1k subscribers in a year's time. In terms of my personal life, I don't want to reveal too much since I like to have a disconnect from YouTube in my own life, but I will say that this time next year, I'm gonna have to start worrying about paying my taxes. I'll tell you in a year how life's going, I'll set a reminder. Money! Why did I start YouTube and where do you see yourself in 10 years? Why did I start YouTube? No, that was a joke, mostly. I started YouTube because I was a small idiot child who thought he could be a millionaire making YouTube videos. That philosophy didn't hold up very well, as you can see from my upload schedule the past few years. And yes, those old videos I made ages ago are still up somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where to look for them, but they are there, so. As for these Epic Mickey videos I've been doing, well, it's because I genuinely wanted to talk about things that I like to talk about, find other people who liked what I liked, and I think I succeeded in that. As for where I see myself in 10 years, the YouTube channel might be active still. I don't know, 10 years is a long time. In 10 years I'll have to have a proper job, and pay taxes. Again, I'll reply to this comment in 10 years and let you know. What's your favourite game outside of Epic Mickey? You know, I don't really play a ton of games outside of Epic Mickey. The only big one I play semi-regularly is Minecraft and Animal Crossing. And someone had to buy Minecraft for me in order for me to play it. Shout out to Ricky. If Mickey games are included, I'd probably say Mickey Mania for the Sega Mega Drive. I haven't completed it yet, but it's fun to play a few levels when I'm bored. If we're talking strictly non-Mickey games, then it'd have to be Animal Crossing. It's fun to play when I just want to chill out on my island. Even though I got no clue what to add on to it. Can people give me ideas in the comments, please? Thank you. What's your favourite enemy from Epic Mickey? I don't really have a favourite enemy. If I had to name one, it'd probably be the Bunny Kids, if those count. If you want my favourite out of the Blotlings and the Beetleworks, I don't know. Probably the Spladooshes, they're pretty chill. Who do you like better, Mickey or Oswald? Sorry Mickey, I gotta go with Oswald on this one. He's the one that got me into this whole Epic Mickey world. I was on one of my random Google rabbit holes when I came across Oswald, and I was fascinated by his history as Mickey Mouse's forgotten younger brother. I remember being so excited when I found out that there was a video game starring him. Mickey also has the love and appreciation of the entire world. I think Oswald deserves all the love he can get. What is my favourite projector level? Probably Through the Mirror. I don't know whether that's because you go through it a lot and it's something I've just gotten used to, but something about it's just fun to go through. What's my favourite place in the Epic Mickey games? That's another hard one. Probably either Main Street or Mickey Junk Mountain. Main Street because it's one of the only places where you're not in imminent danger and can just walk around, and Mickey Junk Mountain because it's covered in bits of Mickey memorabilia. They've even done 2 videos on it. What is the best boss in Epic Mickey and Epic Mickey 2? Out of both of the games, the 2 I look forward to beating every time are the Clock Tower and the Shadow Blot. They're just simple enough to be fun and don't go on to too long like some of the others might. Also, are you planning to do a face reveal eventually? Being 100% honest, probably not anytime in the future. I do want there to be a separation between my real life and my YouTube persona. There's also the chance that people on the internet aren't exactly afraid to share their opinions on certain things. Not that I've got enough attention for most people to care right now, but I think I'll stay faceless, at least until something happens that require me to show my face, like going to VidCon or something. Have you heard that they're making an Epic Mickey Nintendo Switch Pro controller if you pre-order from GameStop? Yeah, I did. It's not like an official Epic Mickey Pro controller, like it's not Nintendo. It's from a company I think called CandyCon, where you can buy a base unit and then you can buy different like plates and things to customize it. I can't get the Epic Mickey one since GameStop's exclusive to America and I'm in Australia. And our equivalent to GameStop, EB Games, doesn't have it. If it's cheap enough secondhand, I'll probably get it though. An Epic Mickey controller sounds sick. What would I want to see from a remake of Epic Mickey 2? So, I know this could be a real possibility, since apparently Purple Lamp wants to redo Epic Mickey 2 if Epic Mickey Rebrush does well. So here's my list. Make switching between Mickey and Oswald in one player a thing. Include stuff originally meant for Epic Mickey 2, but was cut to time constraints. Make the Mad Doctor's villainy either really obvious to all the characters as well as the players, or make him less obviously evil, like don't have him belting out songs about how he's not evil anymore. Make Oswald more suspicious of the Mad Doctor, or just make him more like his Epic Mickey 1 self. He sort of does a whole 180 where the first game he's sort of like secretive and, you know, really doesn't trust anyone. Then Epic Mickey 2, I know that he's gone through a whole redemption arc, but I feel like he would be a bit distrusting of the person who tried to kill him like 2 months ago. And give everyone their names back. The NPCs do not have names. They're like male goat, purple gremlin, female cow, so I would say give everybody their names back, please. And thank you. And there's my list. From how Rebrush looks like it's turning out, I think Purple Lamp is definitely up to the challenge of an Epic Mickey 2 remake. I'm pretty sure they did an original game for SpongeBob after they did the remake of Bikini Bottom, so I think they're more than up to the challenge of making an Epic Mickey game with original ideas and concepts. Will I be at VidCon or any other convention sometime? What do you mean, like, as a guest? Probably not for a long time if you're talking about just going to a convention, just like paying a ticket and going off to VidCon. Again, not really. Since I live in Australia, I can't afford to go to conventions in America, like VidCon or D23. As conventions inside Australia, I don't really look out for them, but if there's one that I want to go to, I'll go. I don't know if I'll tell my YouTube audience I'm going though. Because Epic Mickey's being remade, do you think they might revive the idea of Epic Donald and or that racing game? If Rebrush does spectacularly well, I see that Epic Mickey may see a sort of renaissance. Epic Donald could be revived if Disney allows it. As for Epic Disney Races, Disney Speedstorm sort of scratches that itch, so I don't see the need for there to be more than one Disney racing game. And that are all the questions as of recording. Thanks for giving me questions. I'll be back next week with another video essay on something, probably. Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.